All right, we're live. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. Just wanted to run through a quick live interview with Keith Ritchie. I always want to say Keith Richards. Always comes to mind. You probably get that a lot, eh?
I do, yes.
Every time I go to type it on Facebook, I always do that by accident. So Keith, real quick, can you just share with us a bit about your background and how you got started on DSD?
Yes, I've been in the manufacturing field most of my adult life, so roughly 10 years. And I decided to go down another career path and venture into internet marketing. I got involved with another company, and things went really slow, and I started seeing people, posting about DSD on social media and how much success they were having, and eventually I hooked up with my sponsor and got started. It was easy enough, so.
Cool. So how long would you get started? About 6 weeks ago?
December 6th.
Nice. Yeah, so about a month and a half. So have you ever had any experience on eBay aside from this?
I did as a seller, but not much. You know what I mean? Just things around the house, things like that. I mean, my feedback score is like 50, something like that. So
it's kind of a more traditional approach that most people take as far as buying items or having around the house and selling them. You weren't doing anything similar to what Roger teaches in the DSD training?
No, I had never even heard of drop shipping, believe it or not.
Cool. So, like, give us a quick rundown as far as what the results have been for you since you got started, kind of right from start to finish. I know you'd mentioned that in your first week you'd made about $800, so that's crazy, man. Like, how much time did it take you to do that, and what's it been since?
Yeah, my first week I had right at $4,000 in sales. Right after I went through the training, I mean, like an hour later, I had a sale and then another sale. You know what I mean? And it kind of caught fire. I haven't done any recent. I haven't even checked what my profits are since then, but it's been a lot more than what I put in. I'll tell you that. I'll have to dig that up and maybe give you a Facebook post or something like that. But I don't have any solid numbers. But it's definitely been a wise investment. It got my family through Christmas. So yeah, it's definitely been a blessing.
Awesome. So one of the questions that I get often is people want to know, is there what's the catch? Is there more than just the $20 to get started, or are there additional fees and costs and all that stuff? And from your perspective, as someone who's using the training platform and spent the $20 for the training, what's your answer to that question?
Yeah, I've been asked that myself. For the $20, the training is about, what, an hour and a half. For the $20, you're learning a new trade. You learn how to make money on the internet with eBay, with Amazon. There's not a catch, guys. I was kind of skeptical at first until I actually just got off the fence, got in, and bam, made money. So if you're on the fence, guys, just get in. You can't beat it for $20.
Cool. So there's no, from your perspective, there's no other cost, no hidden stuff, no catches, right?
No, sir.
Cool. That's a question that a lot of people wonder, and you've been inside of our Facebook group now for, well, since you got started. And one thing that I put out there is that your results are not uncommon. Can you attest to that from your experience of seeing what's happening on a day-to-day basis in our group?
Absolutely. Our Facebook group is the best group I've ever been a part of, and a lot of people are saying the same thing as far as like the success stories, people being willing to help, and yeah, I mean, you see things every day. It's a, it's an everyday thing. People make money with this. It's the real deal. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm kind of.
Yeah, it's nuts. We had a 16-year-old on our Hangout last week who said he's averaging $70 an hour, and his dad said to him, "Hey, if you're gonna go get a job anyways, you're gonna go flip burgers or do whatever it is. Why don't you sit down and learn some information that can really put some money in your pocket without having to go work for somebody else?" And yeah, if you haven't seen that, you got to check that out because it's amazing. We have a whole ton of people in our group every single day. Hey, Keith, who are posting that they're making a substantial amount of money, and I'm talking about on an hourly basis. We're not talking about going out and making millions of dollars, but people can easily come here and average $20 to $40 plus an hour in their spare time, on their laptop, sitting there watching their favorite TV shows in the evening. And I've never seen anything like that in anything else. Everything else requires you to become a salesperson, a recruiter, chase your friends and family, front load products, spend a fortune, all that stuff. For 20 bucks, you can come here and learn how to leverage eBay, not talk to a single person, not physically sell anything, and do what Keith did. So, Keith, what would be your closing words of wisdom for people who are sitting here wondering if this is the real deal?
Guys, let me give you a quick example. I woke up, it's probably been a week or so ago, I woke up to $100 plus profit on one item. It's the real deal. $20 gets you in, gets you a whole another trade. You know what I mean? You can't beat it. Go for it. Just get started.
Yeah, don't let fear stop you. It's that's the biggest thing that I've found that most people, the concern is, and I think it's not a fear of whether or not they're going to lose 20 bucks. You know, it's 20 bucks. Who cares? People go and spend at the liquor store. They go and spend that on a tank of gas, TV shows, whatever, all kinds of stuff, movies. It's the fear of disappointment as to whether or not this can work. But I would challenge anybody who's watching this to consider the alternative of what this could do for you. As far as what if this thing really works? What if in 24, 48, 72 hours from now you can start cashing in and see even that first one sale? That is the biggest one for everybody. Hey, Keith?
Right.
First
Absolutely.
one.
You hear that cha-ching, you're like, ah.
Yeah, it validates it. Our first one was 15 bucks, and it didn't matter what the amount was, and we see that constantly for everybody who's having new sales on a day-to-day basis in our group. It's just the fact that you got that first sale and it worked. It's free money. You didn't have to go buy product and have a whole bunch of money laid out there, and the system works. So thanks for joining us, Keith, and look forward to watching your success in the next 3, 4, 10 years, however long eBay's around. We're going to be cashing in. So thanks for joining us.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
Take care.
You too.